When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that when the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. How are you all doing this morning? This is an edition of the Make We Talk program where we're going to speak to you about a letter that was written to the king by retired FBI agent Mr. Wilfred Rattigan. I'm pretty much sure you're all aware of that letter that was written to him. Well, we got a response. But before we get into the king, hopefully we can get a comment from Mr. Rattigan, where he's a bit busy, so let us see if I can get a comment from him. But before we go into the letter that was written to the king on behalf of the Jamaican people by Mr. Wilfred Rattigan, we have some housekeeping to do, some news on the financial scene. FedEx Traders Jamaica. The Jamaican dollar has lost 16 cents and open trading this morning, selling at an average of $156.88 against the benchmark US dollar. The Jamaican dollar has gained 16 cents and will open trading this morning, selling an average of $115.10 against the Canadian dollar. And finally, the Jamaican dollar has lost $1.21 and open trading this morning, selling for an average of $197.63 against the British pound sterling. The Jamaican dollar is devaluing a little bit. Well, I say a little bit, I think it's a whole lot. And of course, gas prices go down 25 cents in Jamaica. You know, there was an assassination attempt on a prime minister yesterday evening. I think, you know, we must pray and hope that that prime minister in that country is doing okay. There is some big news going on about the Constitution, you know. We're going to dig deep in that this evening also, when we're going to have the president of the National Democratic Movement, Mr. Peter Thousand, will be our special guest. We're trying to get Senator Donna Scott Motley for Friday evening. We're trying to get Senator Donna Scott Motley for Friday evening, rather. What am I talking about? For Friday evening. Hopefully we can get her to come on. She's one of the senators who I love to speak to, because she go down in depth and she give you the whatever you asked her, she give you her honest answer. And that is why I love to speak to her. I pray and hope I could get through to Senator Golden Campbell to speak to us some more about that too. I'm gonna see who else I can get. I'm gonna invite my good friend from Hot Topic to come on over when I get those guests, but he can come and ask questions too. I open this platform for everyone. I don't open this platform for me alone. I'm not here to make money. I mean, if you want to assist me or give me a little thing, fine, I appreciate it. But I'm not here to beg people money, and I'm here to make sure that people are educated or informed about what is going on. So we're going to speak about constitutional reform for a couple of days, well, hopefully. But let us go back to a letter that was written to King Charles by Wilfred Rattigan from the Call to Action group. And the king responded to Mr. Rattigan. But the response that the king gave to Mr. Rattigan, I don't think I personally like that comment, that response. Miss Taylor, good morning to you, ma'am. When you send me something, I say I don't want it. Anyway, I don't like it. And for us to, I think what we need to do, I think what we all need to do is come together, a group of us, or all of us on this platform here, on Rattigan platform, and my platform, and Jamaican Callers platform, and Lonesome platform. All of us get together and sign a letter to the king. That's my honest opinion, because based on his response to Mr. Rattigan, I don't think, but before we say it, let us get into what he said to Mr. Rattigan. Let us get into that letter. Let's get into the letter. Let's go into the letter, what he said to Mr. Rattigan. It's on the screen there. I'm going to read it for you all, that you all can hear it. It said, "Dear Mr. Rattigan, the king would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to him as you did. But I am afraid he is unable to help you in the way you want. I am sorry to send you such disappointing reply, but trust that you will understand. Thank you once again for writing to the king, who would have me send you his very best wishes. Yours sincerely, head of royal correspondent." That is the answer Mr. Rattigan got back from the king. I think what we all need to do is come together and write a letter. I'm going to ask Mr. Rattigan for his response. I'm going to see if I can get him to respond to the on air here, his views on what happened, why it went that way. Hopefully I can get a hold of him. Been trying to call him earlier on, but I didn't get him. So I hope I can get him to come on to respond to what the king said. Let me see if I can get him on the phone here. You all hear the letter. You all heard what the king responded to Mr. Rattigan with. And I think basically all of you should come together. If you write a letter, can you sign your signature with like a petition? I think what Mr. Rattigan was trying to say to the king that the Governor General continue to sign off on SOEs, breaching the Constitution and the fundamental rights of the Jamaican people. And the time has come for all of us to stand up. Stand up and say enough is enough. We can't have a Governor General signing off on something that the Supreme Court rule is unconstitutional. And the Governor General continue to sign off on things like those. So the time for us to speak out is now. And we all must be prepared that if the Governor General continue to sign off on constitutional things that continue to happen in the country. If a document is being sent to the Governor General and he continues, and the document that is sent to the Governor General is unconstitutional, yet the GG continues to sign off on it. I think the time has come for all of us to come together and send a clear message to the king. One individual tried it. Yes, he get a response, and we thank God for that. Is it that members of the Andronis administration and the GG spoke to King Charles? Just asking some questions. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Those are the questions that we have to ask. Is it that someone spoke to the king about the dirty 30? As they dubbed us, as they called us, the bunch of dirty 30 were bringing down Jamaica, brand Jamaica. A letter was sent to King Charles by one of Jamaica's son of the soil, who came from Waterhouse, who stand up for poor people in this country. The king was gracious enough to respond back to Mr. Rattigan. Unlike Jamaica's ambassador to Washington, where roughly 2 letters or maybe 3 letters were sent to her, by Dr. Rupert Francis. And until now, she hasn't responded to any of the letters. But the king sees fit and gracious enough to answer Mr. Rattigan. What he sent in the letter is not what we really wanted to hear from him. But out of respect, he answered Mr. Rattigan. But we have a Jamaican who is paid by the taxpayers of this country, the ambassador to Washington, D.C., Her Excellency, Miss Audrey Marks. And she don't see it fit to answer the letter was sent to her by Dr. Francis. Well, in this letter that was sent back to Mr. Rattigan from the king, he said to Mr. Rattigan that he can't help Mr. Rattigan in the way that Mr. Rattigan wants him to assist. And I think that at least he sent a letter back to Mr. Rattigan. He answered Mr. Rattigan. Now it's for us now to maybe draft it a different way and have members of the public, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 14,000 people, to sign this petition to the King of England, that the Governor General of Jamaica, along with the Andronis administration, continue to breach the fundamental rights of the Jamaican people. And I think we need to do that. He see it fit to answer Mr. Rattigan. Out of respect, he did. Although he's the king, he realized that he is the servant of the people same way. He served the Commonwealth. He's the head of the Commonwealth. And he served the Commonwealth. So he answered a member of the Commonwealth. Jamaica is a part of the Commonwealth. But we have people in our country who represent us overseas who don't see it fit to answer us because we're nothing. We're beneath them. We're the people who live below Crossroad. And the only people they can answer is people who live up in Cherry Garden, Norbrook, and up at St. Andrew. The people of the Vumvavon and the Vumvavi. We have representatives in our country who continue turning their back on us. Where taxpayers pay them. The SUV that they're driving is paid by the taxpayers of this country. But they don't see it fit to speak to us. Because according to them, we're bringing on brand Jamaica. A man who is fighting on behalf of the Jamaican people. Who continue to send out letters after letters to hold government accountable. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, tell us that we must hold government accountable. And when we start doing so, it is a problem. The question we're going to ask this afternoon, did somebody from the Andrew Holness administration or somebody from the King, from the Governor General office, speak to King Charles about us? Why we got this response from King Charles, this letter from King Charles, stating that he's unable to help Mr. Rattigan and others in the way that Mr. Rattigan wants him to help? That's the question this afternoon. Did somebody from King's House on Hope Road send a communique to King Charles stating that Mr. Charles, his ex, how you address the king again? His Majesty. His Majesty, don't reply to those rebels. They're bringing on brand Jamaica. And Your Majesty, you know how brand Jamaica is at all, you know. You can come on down, have a cup of tea and a slice of bread and baha. And enjoy the sun in Jamaica. Everything is airy down here, His Excellency, His Majesty. Did somebody really speak to the king? Mr. Governor General of Jamaica, you're a citizen of Jamaica, sir. And I think you should have sit down I'm trying to get a hold of Mr. Rattigan. Hopefully I can get him to speak to us. Let me see something here. I'll try something else. Yes. Did somebody really speak to the king while we get that response? Let us read back the letter again that was sent to Mr. Rattigan from Buckingham Palace. in London, England. In London. Dear Mr. Rattigan, the king would have me, yes, the king would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to him as you did. But I am afraid he's unable to help you the way you want, the way you ask rather. He's unable to help you in the way that you asked. Yeah? The key point in it. He's unable to help you in the way you asked. I am sorry to send you such disappointing reply, but trust that you will understand. Thank you once again for writing to the king, who would have me send you his very best. Yours sincerely, head of royal correspondent or correspond. That is coming from King Charles to Mr. Wilfred Rattigan. We're going to try see if we can get Mr. Rattigan now to have him comment on this. Hopefully he can. I know he's a very busy person, so we're going to see if we can get a hold of him. If not, then we continue speaking. Mr. Rattigan? Hello, Mr. Rattigan. Can you speak, sir?
No, I can't. I'm checking the post.
Okay, when you come out, sir, can you give us a call here in the Make We Talk program to get your comment on what the king said, sir? Thank you. Okay. As soon as he gets out, we'll have him. He's off sending some T-shirts. And for those who buy T-shirts and send me the one legal defense thing that you sent to me, can you send me back over your correct address, please? We need to get the zip code and the state. Some of them give me some zip code, but no state. We need the state and the zip code or your correct spelling of your name. Mr. Rattigan's at the post office now selling off about 2 of them or maybe 1 of them because we didn't get the correct name and the correct address. So please, those who has bought T-shirt from the website and those who have sent me the picture of your $25 plus shipping, can you resend back your correct name, your address, and the state? Because you only put a zip code, there's no state. There's some of them don't have no zip code either. Anyway, we're here to speak this afternoon about a letter that was sent to King Charles from Mr. Wilfred Rattigan. I'll stand no joking. Oh my God. I need you to all, and also we're going to open up the phone lines for you to call in and your views on it. Your views on it, because this is what the king said. The king responded back to Mr. Rattigan, and this is what he said in the letter. Let I read the letter again once more for you. Of what the king responded to Mr. Rattigan and said, Dear Mr. Rattigan, the king would have me Dear Mr. Rattigan, the king would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to the king as you did. Have a call coming. Hold on for me, please. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Make It Talk program.
Hello, good afternoon, my darling. How are you?
I am doing good, ma'am. How are you doing?
I am great. You want some coffee or tea, please?
Pardon me?
Would you like some coffee or tea next?
You're live on air. What are you talking about, coffee and tea?
Now, if you like a coffee or tea, that's what I'm asking.
You're live on air. How
They're
can I
free.
help you?
They're free.
Yes.
It's a tea that tea. Not only in Jamaica, Jamaica ever tea. Jamaica ever tea. Jeffrey, what kind of letter that you... Are you when I read it right? So it's right. Because me not understand.
Exactly what I said. Exactly what is in the letter.
That not sound like the king say anything that to me. My opinion, that sound like the king aid.
Well, it's the king aid that reply back to Mr. Rattigan. It's always his aid replying.
But that no. That one more address. That letter needs to address some more. Then you can pick. What the matter about what me no know.
Well,
the roadblock again.
I wouldn't say it's a roadblock, you know. What I would say is for all of us to get up and talk. All of us to get up and really sign the write a letter to the king. And I think what we need to do is write one letter and have a lot of people signed it.
Oh, so that means to say the king is aware of what's going on out in Jamaica then?
Well, what he said that he can't assist, he can't help Mr. Rattigan the way that Mr. Rattigan asked.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Jamaica ever keep. One more teacher gone mad again. Another teacher gone mad.
Yes, I'm going to talk about that soon. I have a next call coming in, caller. Thanks for calling in.
All right, dear. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Equator program.
Good afternoon, Sir Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
I just knighted you.
Oh! Thank you. Her Majesty.
Yes, I would like to know what was the content, what was in the letter that
Mr. Rattigan sent?
Impending President of Jamaica sent to the King of England.
Hold on for me. Hold on. I am not aware of anything that the Governor General sent to the King. I am asking a question.
Not the Governor General. I would like to know, because I'm calling Mr. Rattigan now, that the upcoming president of Jamaica, since Jamaica is rushing to become a republic, the only president we'd like to see is Mr. Rattigan.
And I don't think Mr. Rattigan want to enter politics anymore. I think he wants to stay in the outskirts and help the Jamaican people now.
Yes, I understand, but too much is given, much is expected.
Yes.
But and also, as one who looks at nuances in words, he's not actually saying he can never help. He's just saying he cannot help with what Mr. Rattigan is requesting. That doesn't mean that he can't make another request or word the request differently.
Yes.
So let's not get our knickers in a twist.
True.
All right?
True.
Carry on.
Oh, thank you very much, Her Majesty. Yes, and she's correct. It doesn't mean that Mr. Here he is. Good afternoon, Mr. Rattigan. Welcome to the Equator program, sir. Hello, Mr. Rattigan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. A letter that was sent to you from the King, sir. What is your comment on that, sir? What would you comment on that, sir?
It's some simple response. It basically says that the king won't be he won't take any action against the Governor General.
Can we ask you this question, sir? What was the contents of your letter to the King, sir?
This was the content. I wrote to the king regarding the state of emergency, or state of emergency, essentially saying that the court had ruled that the state of emergency, at least one of them, was unconstitutional because it it did not fall within
Hello, Mr. Rattigan.
did not the three the three exceptions provided in the Constitution, where it has to be war, insurrection, or natural disaster.
Mm-hmm.
The police were using it for enhanced security measures.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of the people who were detained, they sued and they prevailed, and now the taxpayers are actually paying. The government is actually paying out taxpayers' dollars to the tune of millions to these people who were detained. So a state of emergency cannot be declared without can only be declared proclaimed by the Governor General. The Prime Minister will make the recommendation, and the Governor General will then make the proclamation. So so we wrote to the King saying, hey, the Governor General was violating, was collaborating and violating the Constitution with the Prime Minister and others. And so we said, no, take whatever action you deem necessary. So we laid out the case. We put the case that the court ruled against the government. We put that in there. We put everything in there. And so the King responded, essentially saying, well, I thank you. I'm afraid I won't be able to take any action against the Governor General. But I'm sure that the Governor General got a talking to. I'm sure that he got a phone call, essentially telling him to cease and desist. So we're waiting to see if they're going to call in the more state of emergency. But this is just the power of numbers is clearly warranted here, because it's just one person who wrote that letter. I'm sure if we had 10,000 people writing the same letter, not a what do you call it? Not
a petition.
Not a petition. No, you don't need a petition. You need 10. Instead of having a petition with 1,000 names, you need 1,000 letters.
Oh.
And it's hard for them to just write one letter to one person. They'd have to respond to all those, and then not only that, they'd realize that there's problems there. So that will take care of it.
Yes. How are you going to go about doing that now? Are you going to encourage people to write the King, sir?
This Saturday, everybody should tune into my program. Reason it's Rattigan, because we're going to go through the letter. We're going to go through the letter I sent, and then we're going to go through the response I received from the King. And we're going to encourage people that the next time we come up with a writing campaign, we really need people to write. Because one person they can ignore, 1,000 persons they cannot ignore. And if you read between the lines, there's a lot that went on in the letter. But tune in this Saturday and I'll analyze it, because I'm actually driving right now. I don't have the letter in front of me. But this Saturday, people should tune in, and then we're going to analyze the letter and go through and explain to you in diplomatic terms what certain things mean.
Yes. So there you have it, Mr. Rattigan commenting on the letter that was written to him from the King, and what he wrote to the King. So basically, Mr. Rattigan, are you prepared now, sir, that if there should be another state of public emergency, sir, are you prepared to take the administration to court pertaining to the unconstitutionality of it, sir?
Well, that remains to be seen. But the one thing we do know is that we have a court decision that says that you can't use state of emergency for enhanced police measures, as per enhanced police measures. You can only use them in the case of a war, insurrection, or natural disaster. And so if they decide to use one because there's an uptick in violence, then we'll see where we go from there. But I wouldn't rule out court action at all.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for coming on. Anything more you have to say to your people, sir?
No, just tune in this Saturday. Read Miss Rattigan. It's gonna be interesting. We have a gentleman who's internationally known for his work with the Foreign Agents Registration Act and also the Magnitsky Act. So he'll come on and he'll describe the things that we've been talking about, but he'll describe them in very, very specific and detailed terms about their applicability to the government of Jamaica and the diaspora members here acting on behalf of the government of Jamaica.
Like what I have you on the phone, Wilfred Rattigan. I want your views on the whole thing of constitutional reform. Do you believe that Jamaica should get a ceremonial president or an elected president, sir?
That's left up to the people. And what happened is that calls for education. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have to educate people whether they're going to have a ceremonial president or an executive president, one who has all the powers to do a lot of things, or one who's just there shaking hands, kissing babies, cutting ribbons. The Jamaicans, they're going to have to decide what they really want. So it's going to be interesting when the proposal is provided to the country to see how it's accepted, whether or not they would go for that. But again, it depends on education. If people aren't educated, they'll come up with it. They'll do all kinds of foolishness and regret it later on. So it just depends on how much information is being provided to the people of Jamaica and what questions are being asked. And right now, with the Constitution Reform Committee, I don't think they're doing a good job as a whole. So, remains to be seen. And then also, you see where the
opposition.
They've refused to attend. So that's another crisis there. So we shall see what happens there. So it may not get anywhere right now. It's not picking up traction.
As an attorney at law, do you believe that Jamaica's final court should be in London or the Caribbean Court of Justice?
That's a question I can't answer because, some people say, well, if you're gonna untether yourself from the monarchy, then you need to do so in a fulsome and wholesome way. Just completely sever your ties, including your judicial ties. Meaning that the court of last resort should not be the Privy Council, but should be the Caribbean Court of Justice. And then you have some people saying, no, you can't really get away from the corruption in the Caribbean if you're going to use the Caribbean Court of Justice, because all these people, they are friends, they went to school with some of these people, they know each other, and so you really have to question whether or not you're getting true justice. So, I don't know. The one thing we do know is that the people in the people at the Privy Council, they really don't know anybody in the Caribbean, so to speak of. So they kind of removed from the situation so they can look at it objectively. Whereas you have people here who would be who would be influenced by certain things going on, because people are people, and even though they take an oath to be objective and independent, they're judges, and so you just never know what might happen. So that question, that's one that has to be fleshed out completely. And there are good arguments to be made on both sides, so we shall see.
But you do believe that the Jamaican people should get a referendum for the Constitution, though?
Yeah, they have to go. What they're doing now must go through a referendum process. So it's gonna go to the Parliament. It's gonna sit there for a while. They're gonna take a vote, then they're gonna send it out to the folks to determine whether or not people agree with it, because these are entrenched provisions of the Constitution. So there must be a referendum.
But I believe, Mr. Rattigan, as you said earlier on, that the Jamaican people should get more education about the Constitution and the reform of the Constitution.
So that's the job of the Constitution Reform Committee. They're the ones who are supposed to be doing that, educating the people. The question is whether or not they're doing a good job. I don't know. We shall see. And we shall see soon because, you know, what, first of all, it has to go, like I said, it has to go through this process in Parliament. And then it has to go out to the people. And already you have people objecting to several provisions. So I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon.
Well, King's Counsel and former Minister of Finance Hugh Small is saying that they should cancel or postpone this now until after the election, whenever the election is called. So, you know.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, that's his opinion, and so there are people who share that same opinion. So it might very well be sometime in the future before all of this is finalized, and people can say in an informed manner that this is what they want and vote on it. So yeah, it's going to take a while.
Thank you very much, Wilfred Rattigan. I know you're a very busy person. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. All right, take care of yourself, Mr. Tavares. Be well.
Thank you, sir. Yes, somebody was asking me to read the letter that was sent to Mr. Rattigan from the King of England. It reads, "Dear Mr. Rattigan, the King would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for... Hold on. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to him as you did. But I am afraid he's unable to help you in the way that you asked. I am sorry to send you such a disappointing reply. But trust that you will understand. Thank you once again for writing to the King, who would have me send you his very best. Yours sincerely, Head of Royal Correspondent. Or correspond. That was the response from the King to Wilfred Rattigan, who wrote a letter to the King. Yes. That was the response. At least we get Mr. Rattigan to comment on both the letter and also about constitutional reform. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the phone lines for you all to call in. I need your views on the letter and also on the Constitution. What is your take on it? The numbers to call, there are the numbers on the screen there, 954-529-8030. Call in and tell us what you think. Because we need to know what you all think about this letter that was sent to the King, and now he responds back to Mr. Rattigan. And also, constitutional reform is in the air. Wow. Constitutional reform is in the air. There are so many people talking about the Constitution, and I'm know a lot of people going to be talking about the letter that was sent to the King, and now the King respond back to Mr. Rattigan. A lot of people are gonna yes, then the King answered the letter. The King instructed his royal communique to respond to Mr. Rattigan, and he did. Buckingham Palace, private and confidential, 29th April 2024. Dear Mr. Rattigan, the King would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to him as you did. But I am afraid he's unable to help in the way that you asked. I am sorry to send you such disappointing reply, but I trust that you will understand. Thank you once again for writing to the King, who would have me send you his best wishes. Sincerely, the head of the Royal correspondent, a person who write the letter for the king on the behalf of the king. That is what it said. Dear Mr. Rattigan, at least Mr. Rattigan get an answer from His Majesty the King. We're still waiting on a response from Her Excellency, Jamaica's ambassador to Washington. No answer from her. No answer at all from her. But at least we get an answer from the King of England. Oh Lord, I missed that call. You know something? When we sit down and write letters on the behalf of the Jamaican people to the powers may be, sometimes you'll get an answer and sometimes you don't. As what Mr. Rattigan said, that 1,000 people should bombard Buckingham Palace with letter pertaining to the unconstitutional state of public emergency. 1,000 Jamaicans should do it. From all walks of life. It doesn't matter if you live outside of Jamaica, you live inside of Jamaica. You're a Jamaican by birth. Your neighbor string plant down there. And I believe that all of us, all well-thinking Jamaicans. How you mean that's not an official letter? The King's letterhead is on it. The signature of King Charles' secretary is on it. The royal crown is on it. It's hard to zoom into this thing here. But there you have it. You can look good. There you have it right up here. There it is. Buckingham Palace. Private and confidential. 29th April 2024. And it reads all the way down. And this is the signature. There it is. And you think Mr. Rattigan would know who wrote the letter? You think Mr. Rattigan wouldn't make sure that it's coming exactly from Buckingham Palace? Oh yes, he did. Yes, he did. It's coming from Buckingham Palace. And the king answered him. We must lift our hat to the king because the king answered. We are still waiting on 2 letters that was written to Her Excellency remarks. Jamaica's ambassador to the United States. We are still waiting on letters that was written to her by Dr. Rupert Francis, head of the Jamaican Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force. She hasn't responded to Dr. Francis all now. She has not. Jamaica is a member of the Commonwealth. And King Charles is the head of the Commonwealth. When a member of the Commonwealth, a citizen of the Commonwealth, take a pen and a paper and write to the king is going to respond. The king is going to take the time out because thousands and thousands of letters is sent to the king every single day from around the globe. You know? Well, as he said that join him on Saturday, when you go more depth in the letter he wrote to the king and the response from the king. The numbers to call into the program is 954-529-8030. That's the numbers to call. You know, sometimes when I come off air, that's the time people calling me. So when I come off air, that's the time people calling the phone. When I come off air. I'm on air now and nobody not calling. But when I come off air, everybody start calling. Anyway, that's the number on the screen to call in. We're going to speak about a little bit about the Constitution. Hold on for me, please. A little about that. I think I need to take a quick break. Just give me a minute here. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Very quick break. Do not go anywhere. We have to find out something here. Something just came into me that I need to figure out before I can give it to you all. I'm not going to come out and give it and don't know, get myself in any trouble. Give me some time here. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
But now we're going to sit on picnic. It bring back too much memories. I know all the parents make that miss you so much, and I wonder if I have a problem I have with the picnic them. Because the morning time when I stand in my schoolyard there, so I miss the parents come drop off them picnic me, I wonder if them have violence I yard. Mr. Picnic pass me with suitcase. Good morning, sir. Mr. Then where this I wanna go. I don't know if the government really understand what they're doing, but I believe that the Ministry of Education don't have a clue what them do. In primary school when we grew up, our teachers used to murder we. We're not born in a luxury now, we don't have rights. The rights so we did have a football when we were at school. So now, things and time change. I remember my primary school teacher in grade 3 give me a lick across my back every now and then me feel it. For one silly reason, primary school teachers used to get extra lunch on Fridays. And when they come in the class, they go write his kick in and then drop asleep. Them always put a maths on the board when nobody in the class don't know. And send you up one by one to go work it out. And if you make no mistake, you get a slap. Now that particular day, she put LCM on the board. And send me up there to go work it out. When me go, me get it wrong. And she hit me. 1 month ago before school break.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jeffrey. I'm not on your subject that you're talking, but I don't know if you can answer this question for me.
Go ahead.
I would like to find out, I'm down here in Miami, Florida. If you all will have like one bus or two bus going to Washington, because we have a bunch of people here and we would like to find out. I don't know if you can answer.
What do you mean by a bunch of people? How much people you have there?
Well, I don't get together everybody yet, but we certainly right now I think I have about 5, 6 of us ready. But we they said to call to find out if you all will have if it's even Fort Lauderdale or so.
Do me a favor. If you can get at least 24 people or more, let me know.
Okay.
Get me some people, let me know, and then we'll organize something for you. I know somebody has said that they're gonna have a bus coming down. How much a seat for the bus? We don't know as yet.
We don't care. We don't mind. We just want to get to the march. It's okay.
All right. Do me a favor, my dear. Get me at least 30 or 24 people.
I'm going to try.
All right.
You see, I have a lot in Canada, and they're ready for that march up there between my brothers, his friends, and everybody. They get together their stuff already. Yes. So I'm trying down here to see, but I know we have about 6 already, but we don't care how much they want to. It's okay. We just want to reach to the march. We miss New York. One. But anyway, we didn't want.
I am being told that people are asking for New York again.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't matter. That time we won't miss that one.
Yes. Well, what you need to do for me, my dear, is gather up the troops. Gather up the troops. Get me about 24 troops or maybe more than 24, about 30 troops or support 24, 30.
I see.
And then call me and let me know.
All right, I want to see how much we can raise between me and my beautician, and we are about the place.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So all right, I'll do that.
You don't have anything else to talk about?
No, because I'm listening to this Constitution stuff, and then it's like, oh, it's too much mixed up, and And this letter to the king. The next thing I want to find out: do we know like an address? You know how?
You want to get the address to Buckingham Palace?
Yes, to send a letter. Okay. Yes, I will.
Let me find it and then put it on the thing here. I speak about.
Right. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, ma'am. No problem. I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. See, people are calling in about Washington already. Sir Herb Nelson. People are calling about Washington March already, so make sure we have anything up and going for Washington. Let me see if we can find something here about Buckingham Palace. The numbers to call into the program is 954-529-8030. Wow, thank you. I was just told that I have people in China, Jamaicans in China watching my program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. To all the Jamaicans who lives in Beijing, in China, thank you all for watching the Make We Talk program. I just got a little note here that people all the way from China is watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm being told earlier on that we have people all the way from the Middle East. Jamaicans from the Middle East, in Dubai, Qatar, and those places watching the Make We Talk YouTube channel. Remember, it's Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC. There's a fake Make We Talk out there. That's not me. The channel name is Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC. That's on YouTube. Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC. That's on YouTube. No one not hearing me? How comes? Hold on for me. This is weird. How comes nobody not hearing me? One moment, please. One moment. Let me figure out something here. Are you all hearing me? Let me know if you're all hearing me, please. Because someone they're not hearing me. Okay, thank you. I think the person need to come off and come back in because I was trying to figure out. Thank you very much. You all hearing me? Thank you. Yes, people all the way from Dubai and Qatar and China is watching me. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Mr. Herb Nelson. Remember, you have to make sure we have people, we have things ready, because people from Fort Lauderdale want to take a busload of people to come up. Want to take a busload of people to come up. Okay. We're gonna switch gear here. We're gonna speak some more about what the king. Well, the letter was written to Mr. Rattigan from King Charles, Buckingham Palace, private and confidential, the 29th of April, 2024. Dear Mr. Rattigan, the king would have me thank you for your letter. His Majesty is most grateful to you for taking the trouble to write to him, as you did. But I am afraid He's unable to help you in the way that you asked. I am sorry to send you such disappointed reply. But trust that you will understand. Thank you once again for writing to the king, who would have me to send you his very best. People are saying that it's not the king who wrote this, but it came off the Buckingham Palace letterhead. And I'm looking on here. So I believe it's the king who wrote it. Hello, good evening. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Make a Talk program. Okay, Mr. Mary, please call me back. I didn't realize it was you at all. Sorry, call me back, sir. Yes, person don't want to talk. I want to talk to me privately. I didn't realize it was him calling at all, Mr. Mary. Yes, can you please? Yes, do that for me now, please. Yes, we're here, and we're not gonna say that somebody in Jamaica sent something to the king, but we're gonna ask the question: did they do it? Why the king answer in this manner? There is a next page out there, Andre. I saw the page. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody sent it to me that there's a page out there named Make We Talk on YouTube. The person sent it to me and I was shocked. Because a lot of people said that they were subscribing to that channel. I think it was me. It was not me. You have to see Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC. That's the only way you're gonna know it's me. All right. Let me go into something else here because I don't want to keep anybody and think the program is getting boring. Hold on for me, please. We're gonna do something else here. Let's go into some news out of the land of wood and water. Okay. Based on all that is going on with the constitution reform, one of the Jamaica Labour Party MP, Northeast St. Catherine MP, the Jamaica Labour Party, Carissa Morrison, is accusing the opposition People's National Party of seeking to grandstand the Constitution. Many Jamaicans have seen Jamaica become a republic. Want to see Jamaica become a republic. This is what she said.
Our country will recall that in 2021, during a parliamentary address, the opposition leader said the government and the opposition should work towards making Jamaica a republic immediately. There was no mention of the CCJ Privy Council debate then. It appears that this issue is being raised as an excuse for the PNP to withdraw from the process simply because they are not the government to preside over this milestone event in our nation.
Ms. Morrison went on to say that the opposition do not want to see the Jamaican people get a republic. And the opposition wishes that they were in power, they were in government, then they will allow everything to go through. This is what she said.
The opposition sat on the Constitution Review Committee. The views of the opposition were deliberated and accommodated. And at the 11th hour, the leader of the opposition opted to jackknife the strides made by the committee, thereby diminishing the very spirit of cooperation and consensus which guided the deliberations. The opposition has shamefully put politics before country and at the last moment flip-flopped on supporting the process in which they participated and previously agreed.
Wow. And previously agreed. Let me find something else again about the Constitution. Government Senator Golden Campbell. Government Senator Teresa Golden Campbell is accusing opposition leader Mark Golden of hanging with the country's Constitution Reform Agency. She was regarding of Mr. Golden's statement on some of the issues about the Caribbean Court of Justice. This is what Miss Golden, Mrs. Golden Campbell. Please. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, welcome to the Mercator program.
Hi, Jeffrey, I have to call you back. I just call you about the bus.
Yes, ma'am.
But I hear that Labour Party, don't say the word, talking a while ago about Mr. Golden and this and that. What's it? Let you know to send the Jamaican people them something and go out there and talk to the people. They want to run over the people. It's fully time them shot them big boy and then figure was sit down. We don't want him or whosoever. Let the Jamaican people take a stand and do what they want to do. They cannot do it for the Jamaican people. They don't want them no more. To tell them, shut them goddamn big mouth and them rubbish shell. Come on for your program. We no deal with it. Go away. Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll try and get those people. All right, Mr. Jeffrey. Bye.
Hello, good afternoon, welcome to the Mercator program.
Hey, Mr. Jeffrey, what's up? Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. The bus trip where you guys gonna plan for to Washington. Can you just put up some information and you can save this number, and if you need any assistance like with food, drinks, I'm a chef, so I can even back it up with also, and I will go on the bus also myself. So just save my number and let me know what I can do.
Where are you calling from, sir? Where in Florida are you?
I'm in Florida. I'm in Tamarack.
Oh, in Tamarack, okay.
Yeah.
Call me when the
Yes, sir.
over. Let's talk some more, all right?
All right, Mr. Jeffrey. All right, cool.
Thank you very much.
All right, cool.
Yes, thank you all very much for calling about the trip to Washington. We are gonna listen to what Senator Golden Campbell rather have to say about Mr. Golden and the Constitution reform. Listen to what she said.
I don't know what to make of the suggestion. I have seen comments that he has made to proposals in the draft report, but I'm very cautious because I haven't seen the draft report. So he's referencing proposals, but we are having a discussion without having seen the document that he's referencing. And this is part of what I view as a chaotic situation that the PNP president has led us into. I'm very concerned about the way we are proceeding when we have a body that was settled and we start to discuss these issues. It seems to me that his comments on the proposals, which I haven't seen, ought to take place in the context of that body.
Wow. Listen to some more what she said.
The opposition leader has listed his concerns about proposals, but he hasn't listed the proposals. So I don't know whether his comments and his concerns are valid, relevant, or of any measure that we should be discussing them, because what he has done is take this out of the process that would have been able to have long and fulsome discussion about it with the benefit of technical officers who would be able to do the research into the legal and legislative matters and advise the committee as to what kind of proposal they should come up with. This is not how you do legislative reform. You don't do it at the bus stop. The citizens of the country have their say, certainly. And at the end of the process, they will have a decision to make. But this is a very irresponsible way of dealing with legislative reform.
Public education is foundation.
In the meantime, former independent Senator Professor Trevor Monroe had this to say about the Constitution reform.
Public education is foundational and fundamental to any constitutional reform process. The leaders in consensus and in agreement that obviously is required, but the foundation of that must be the public understanding, technical terms, understanding difficult issues, the choice between parliamentary, presidential system, all of that stuff which has not been done and which now needs to be done even during this time. There needs to be that public education. This needs to be simplified, it needs to be put on TikTok, it needs to be done in all the ways that people can begin to understand why the Constitution is important, why is it of some significance to their lives, so that they take themselves become engaged while the leaders, of course, seek to talk together in whatever way is facilitated.
You know, Professor Monroe is saying something with some sense, you know. The people of Jamaica must get some more education about this constitutional reform. Let's listen to some more of what Professor Trevor Monroe said.
Public education is foundational and fundamental to any.
He said, public education is foundation and fundamental. In other words, they have to give the people, educate the people some more about the Constitution. It can't be a willy-nilly thing and a fly-by-night thing. This is some more what he said.
Public education is foundational and fundamental to any constitutional reform process. The leaders in consensus and in agreement that obviously is required, but the foundation of that must be the public understanding, technical terms, understanding difficult issues, the choice between parliamentary, presidential system, all of that stuff which has not been done and which now needs to be done even during this time. There needs to be that public education. This needs to be simplified, it needs to be put on TikTok, it needs to be done in all the ways that people can begin to understand why the Constitution is important, why is it of some significance to their lives, so that they take themselves become engaged while the leaders, of course, seek to talk together in whatever way is facilitated.
Wow. Can the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Miss Marlene Maluford, can she come out and tell the people of Jamaica that yes, they have educated the people enough about this constitution reform? Anyway, the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Maluford, says for the retaining of the United Kingdom-based Privy Council as the country's final court of appeal has grown stronger. She's saying that people, since the Valve cartel case, Jamaicans are saying that they should still remain with the Privy Council, with the London-based Court of Appeal, and do not go to the Caribbean Court of Justice, because the opposition leader is saying that Jamaica should stick to the Caribbean Court of Justice if they are going to say bye-bye to King Charles. Apparently, Andrew Holness' administration wants to stay with London. Trinidad and Tobago is a republic, and they still stay with London. India, that's a republic, they still stay with London. Anyway, listen to what the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs has to say.
The government has said that as part of the move to make Jamaica a republic, we will have to decide on a final court. At one stage, there were three options before us: acceding to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice, bearing in mind that we already have the original jurisdiction. The Caribbean Court of Justice is part of our court structure because we're a member of the Caribbean community. Believe it or not, there are many Jamaicans who are saying retain the Privy Council in spite of all of the challenges. And I think after the cartel case, when I've read the comments online, I see so many still discussing the matter.
Wow. She was speaking on Wednesday at the post-press cabinet briefing Jamaica House press conference. Listen to some more what the minister said.
And some have floated the idea of a local final court because they're saying that if you move from London, you don't want to move to Port of Spain. And if we're talking about real decolonization, it means that you're bringing it to Jamaica. And even as I looked through the comments after the leader of the opposition's press release, I saw that point being raised again and again. It's just an indication that the views are many and varied on this matter, and we will have to work to arriving at consensus on it.
I want to replay what the minister said. Let's do some more what she said.
The government has said that as part of the move to make Jamaica a republic, we will have to decide on a final court. At one stage,
we have to decide on a final court. I think Jamaicans are saying to themselves, although many of us would love to have the Caribbean Court of Justice or final court. She said that she has been reading online and comments online about the Vibe Cartel case, and Jamaicans prefer to stay with London. How many Jamaicans can afford to go to London with an appeal? How many? Some of us can't afford it at all. Trinidad is right next door to us, but Jamaicans are saying, can you trust the court, the judges in Trinidad? And let me make something clear. The judges that are in Trinidad, comprise of a lot of judges around the Caribbean, It's not only Trinidad alone. It's not a bunch of judges who lives in Trinidad form up the Caribbean Court of Justice, Jamaica spend a lot of money to formulate the Caribbean Court of Justice too. So when you have the Caribbean Court of Justice in Port of Spain, Trinidad, it comprises of Jamaican judges, Trinidadian judges, Barbados judges, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It consists of those judges. So don't bother think it's only Trinidad alone, but a lot of people. Do you remember the Shanique Myrie case? A Jamaican who won from the Caribbean Court of Justice, who took a case there and she won the case. I think something that happened in Barbados or Bahamas, I think, and she won that case. So I think that the Caribbean Court of Justice it is a good court too. But Jamaicans are saying no. We should. Well, this is what the Constitution Minister is saying. But they're saying no. We should stick to London. Listen to some more what she said.
There were three options before us: acceding to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice, bearing in mind that we already have the original jurisdiction. The Caribbean Court of Justice is part of our court structure because we're a member of the Caribbean community. Believe it or not, there are many Jamaicans who are saying retain the Privy Council in spite of all of the challenges. And I think after the cartel case, when I've read the comments online, I see so many still discussing the matter.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Tavares. Let me just mute this noise here. Okay. Sorry, my apologies.
That's okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's like we seem to be putting the cart before the horse. Because from what I'm listening and surmising for myself, and when you assume you know what happens, but just looking at all of the parties and what they're saying, it seems as though that what the Honourable Mr. Golding may have agreed to in the past, those circumstances have changed. So, which is why now he's balking at something being rushed through, and quite rightly so. Because if you agree to one thing and then you go to the store and they want to sell you a 6 for a 9, of course you're not going to accept it, right? But until we know what is in the agreement and what is being proposed, which is also comes to the education of the people who are ultimately going to vote on whether or not there should be a republic. Because I hear people talking about the Privy Court and the Caribbean Court of Justice. Perhaps there's a reason why the Privy Court is still the highest court in the land, regardless of the fact that the king is still the constitutional monarch for Jamaica, which is supposed to be independent. And it might have, I think another caller alluded to it, that perhaps because all of these judges go to Eton and all of the law schools, they know each other. There is no unbiased. They're biased. They're all looking out for their own interests, not the interests of the people.
But look at it this way. How many Jamaicans can afford to go to London? Number one, England do not give Jamaica free visa. We have to obtain a visa to travel to London. Number two.
Well,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if it's a situation that pertains in the US, and I don't think a lot of people know that the immigration service in the US is financed solely by the constituents who use it. So there's no government funding for immigration and visa services in America.
Yes, but we can't compare America with London. What we're saying, that London, England, if a Jamaican needs to travel to England, they have to get a visa from Jamaica to travel to London. They have to go to the British Embassy in London, in Jamaica rather, try to get a visa. They can deny them the visa, they can give them the visa.
I think if they can show proper cause why they're going to England to present a case to the Privy Council, then there should be no need for a visa. But there has to be strict requirements, because we know, people will say things and then you find out it's something else.
Hold on for me, ma'am. There is a need for visa. Whether you give them the thing that you're going to appeal a court, yes or no, you have to obtain a visa. The second thing that I'm going to say is this. When you obtain the visa, you have to find money to pay the lawyer.
Yes.
You have to find money to pay for your plane fare. You have to find money to either book yourself into a hotel if you don't have family over there.
And this, Mr. Tavares goes right back to some of the things that Paul Bogle was fighting for. He was fighting for emancipation from the current situation that pertained then, when it was only landowners who had power.
So let me answer this
question. So we're right back where we started.
Let me answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
I explained something to you a while ago. Although you don't live in Jamaica, do you believe that Jamaica should still retain London as its final court?
It's a sticky question. There has to be change so that the law is available to everybody, regardless of where they live and what their circumstances are, because at the moment it's unequally stacked against people of a certain socio-economic class. So there has to be not just that we're going to retain the Privy Council, but it has to be accessible to everybody, not just people who have the means to use it, because that's not what the law is. But we know that's what the law is, if you understand what I'm saying. So there has to be change in terms of accessibility to the highest court for appeal for people, because justice delayed because you can't afford it is justice denied.
And that is why it's a very tricky thing, because based on what happened with the Vibe Cartel case, a lot of Jamaicans are saying, yes, we're going to stick with that. But it goes back down again. If a poor man from downtown, from downtown Kingston...
Dog name him supper. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. But then, somebody, I think, mentioned earlier, or I don't know, I heard, the Caribbean Court of Justice is more easily accessible to people in Jamaica. But then again, when we're thinking about corruption and collusion and influence, I don't know if I put much trust in the Caribbean Court of Justice. So we're between a rock and a hard place.
We are, because At one point, I must be honest with you. At one point, I didn't trust the Caribbean Court of Justice at all.
I still don't.
Because I always say that is Caribbean Court the way people know each other and they will cook up cases. I don't know why I said it, but that's what I always said.
But we know we now that we've been exposed to the depths to which some people will go to retain power, all bets are off. So you can't dismiss anything and say, "Oh no, man, that person never good at. They're not gonna do that." We've now seen the evil that's man and what they can do to retain power. What they say, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Right. Let me be very clear on this program here.
These are my opinions.
Hold on for me. I did not say the Caribbean Court of Justice is a corrupt court. So don't come over and tell me that I said that, because I did not say that.
The potential for it to be corrupt.
Okay.
Because he who pays the piper plays the tune, right?
Right.
I could say it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody knows my voice. I can say it.
Let me ask you something.
I don't care.
Let me ask you something though. We touch on the final court for Jamaica. We haven't decided on which one we should go to. Is it London or the Caribbean Court of Justice, or should Jamaica have a final court for itself? Since it's gonna, change the constitution and everything.
Do you think the legal system in Jamaica has the requisite? I know that there are lawyers and judges who have integrity, but in the main, can we vouch that everybody can act that way without favor?
No point there. No point there indeed.
I would love to see it happen in Jamaica because, Jamaicans are brilliant. Why can't they be autonomous in ruling themselves? Why do they have to run, cup in hand to somewhere else?
Mm-hmm. Okay. One final thing. Do you believe that Jamaica should have a ceremonial president or elected president by the people?
Ceremonial.
Why?
Because there's too much power in the other type. And I think that's why.
Hold on. I think you're misunderstanding me now. A ceremonial president mean that they go on and cut ribbon and don't do nothing, just go on and yam and
Absolutely. That's what they're there for.
No, but if you have an elected president, do you believe in an elected president or a ceremonial president?
No, ceremonial.
Oh.
Look at America. What's happening in America with elected president and the one who wants to be elected? Well, he doesn't claim that he lost the election. Is that what Jamaicans want?
So hold on there now. You prefer a ceremonial head just like the GG?
Well, you know what would be nice? If the GG or the ceremonial president is elected by the party in opposition.
No. I believe that it should be elected by the people, not by the politicians.
Even better.
That's what I was asking.
But then are people gonna? Yeah, but ceremonial is normally put in place by the party in power, no?
Yes, but we don't want that.
Well, that's why I answered you. Wouldn't it be good? Let's throw a monkey in the wrench and say the party out of office is the one who would elect the ceremonial president.
No, ma'am. What we're asking, ma'am, Jamaicans are saying that they should elect their president. No political party should be appointing anybody for them.
But Mr. Tavares.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that system really works?
If they put it in place, it has to work.
No, but hold on a second. We know how people.
Hold on for me, ma'am. Because right now, who elect the Prime Minister of Jamaica?
Supposedly the people.
No.
Who?
Andrew Holness is a member of Parliament for somewhere in St. Andrew.
Right. So he was elected by his peers.
Hold on for me, ma'am. The people first consider elect him as a member of Parliament.
Yes.
Okay. When his
peers select him as the leader.
When his party win, his party select him as the leader. The Jamaican people did not vote for him to become Prime Minister.
Well, all of these are constitutional amendments that need to be written into the rewriting of the Constitution.
And that is why Jamaicans are saying they want to elect their leader. They have never elected their leader since independence.
But then, isn't this something similar to what brought down the Michael Manley government in, was it 21? Or whenever it was, when they were looking to form the federation?
No, I don't know what the federation. What I know about is that the Constitution need to revamp. Where if we're gonna go republic and we're gonna have a president and a prime minister, both the president and the prime minister should be elected by the people, of the people, for the people.
So then perhaps we need to use those legal minds at UWI, who are brilliant, to draw up the people's constitution.
And that is what they're doing now, ma'am. They are formulating a constitution. And that is why I ask you the question: do you believe that the Jamaican people should elect a president, or should they get a ceremonial president?
Well, I still say they should have a ceremonial president, because I don't trust the voting system.
So you don't trust the voting system? And
No.
you prefer a ceremonial president that go around and name and cut ribbon and that's it, and do nothing?
As long as he pays his taxes and declares his assets.
That makes no sense. In our the only
Well, these are, what? This is what I'm saying. Without discussion, people can't form an opinion, because most people don't have time to think about these things. So, which is why your program and others like it are so important, because I've learned a lot listening to you.
Thank you very
But
much.
I just think we need to look at our leaders, how they're appointed, how they're elected, and how to make sure that the system is transparent and fair.
Do you think that a person who has dual citizenship should sit in the Parliament of Jamaica?
No.
Okay. Do you believe that the senators should be elected by the people?
Who elects them now?
Nobody elects them. They're appointed by the government, by the prime minister and the opposition leader.
Well, the ones in power have the most play, isn't it?
That's what no. The people of Jamaica have the power, man.
But how do... Okay.
But under
All
the
right.
Constitution, under this present Constitution, they're being appointed. If you have a new Constitution, do you believe?
Okay.
Do you believe that the people should elect their senators?
Well, looking at the numbers of the electorate, the actual people who vote, do you think that would be a fair representation of the body of the people, or just a few?
No. I think you're not understanding me at all.
Okay, all right, try again. Sorry. Head is a bit tough sometimes.
What I am saying to you at this present moment, the senators that are in the Parliament of Jamaica appointed, I think it's 18 appointed by the Prime Minister, and must be 4 or 8 appointed by the leader of the opposition. In our new constitution that they're trying to formulate for us, do you believe that in the new constitution it should put in place that all senators who put themselves up should be elected by the people that appointed?
And again, I mentioned again, because I understand what you're saying, but the voting process in terms of the majority of people who are voting, something is put to them on which they have to vote.
No. I know that has to come in place, but what I think we all should do is to understand this. What we're asking is, should the people elect their president, or should the president be appointed? Should the people of Jamaica elect their senators, or should the senators be appointed? That's what they need to ask the people of Jamaica. And I personally
and that's a good question to put as a referendum.
So I'm asking you as a Jamaican outside of Jamaica. Do you believe?
Well, I'm not Well, I'm a Gem English,
Okay.
so I don't vote in Jamaica.
No,
Don't have a Jamaican
you vote in
passport.
Jamaica, ma'am. You're a Jamaican. Aren't you a Jamaican citizen?
Heritage, no,
Okay.
no,
All right,
no.
thank you for calling, ma'am. The next
Okay,
call coming in.
thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Make Talk program.
Yes, sir, Jeffrey. How you doing?
I am here looking and living, my friend.
All right. So I just came online and I was listening to that lady, and you having a conversation. Now, a couple of things. I am with you as it relates to the new constitution going forward. Our people should have more bite in it. They should be the ones selecting their officials, their representatives. Too long we have seen where both parties have elected people, some good, but at the same time, the people they have elected to do the representation does it more for the parties than they do it for the people. So I think going forward, we should go no ceremonial selection of anybody. All right, done with that. And she made a valid point, a point that I think I said to you before, as it relates to the voting process and the number of people that is the percentage that is said to have voted.
Yeah.
Now, Jeffrey, I can tell you that everybody keeps saying that there's a 70 or a 71% out there that don't vote. I rubbish that idea because I know that me and my family are here and we are about 8 strong, and our names are still on that voting list. I bet you my life. And there are many other. Yeah.
Are you an American citizen or are you a green card holder?
No, brother, me am a legal alien. I am a Jamaican by birth.
No,
yeah.
There's a reason why I asked if you're an American citizen.
Yeah. Why, Jeff?
No, because if did you know that under voting law that you're supposed to be in the country, I think it was 6 months before you can vote?
Yes. Jeffrey, me know, Sir Jeffrey, me know all of that. I'm going to say to you.
So Jamaicans who just go down the day before the election, they're committing
I'm a commit crime, brother.
Of course you're committing crime.
And I'm say this, you know, I'm think anytime the whole of the general they meet up and have a discussion again as it relates to that, put that idea out there, because I know of that 70% or 71%, there is a probably 50% of that 70 whatever percent is not in the country at all.
There you go.
Some of them either dead, or some of them working, some of them at school, some of them just migrate. There's a big percentage that is not here to vote. So I don't think that it's a real reflection. The percentage that voted is really a good reflection of the people who can and should vote in Jamaica. Honestly. Yeah?
I know, I think is it the Electoral Act or the Voting Act of Jamaica? I can't remember which one it is, but it states clearly that you have to be in the country for either 6 months or 12 months or something. Even if your name is on the voters list, if you live outside of Jamaica for a year or 6 months and you come back home to vote, you need to be in the country for 6 months. You cannot
to be able to vote.
So what they're going on with down in Jamaica, where you go down the day before election to go vote.
Cronyism. No, watch this, Jeffrey. If them would only do the right thing, all right? So those of us in the diaspora where would I really like to vote, we don't need to come off of the voters list, but you need to have a list of people in the diaspora. You get what I'm saying? So you know the diaspora people, everybody where migrate recently are working in America over time, not there for a time. These people must be on a voters list that should and can be identified.
True.
Separate from apart from the people that are down there. We not say dash them off on the list because them not there anymore. No. Get good data and put these people on a list. So when voting time come and you go down go vote now, Jeffrey, and then check and say, all right, you have to go present before you vote as a diaspora. the diaspora. Before you actually vote, show your ID, your entry, your date of entry. So we know when you're there.
True.
If you can vote. You get what I'm saying? We need to just stop with the black and white. No, them not do that. Because here we know, if them do that, it is not gonna be beneficial to either side. Because PMP they labor right there.
And you have some people on this platform here saying that nonsense we're talking, no go so.
Listen, man.
I can't remember if it's the electoral office or the voting act or something, but I know there's something in there. In one of them, that
speaks
that
to that.
To be in the country for either 6 months or 12 months. I can't remember what it is.
Well, we can Google it and confirm it. We can get a fact check and come back to it just to make sure. But these are things that people don't talk about. A lot of people just get up and just run with a bag of things where they attack, and them don't understand the process in Jamaica voting. Hey, you think a little dead people up on that list? Eh? Make up the numbers. Yeah, we need to clean it up. It can be done. Other countries do it, like make diaspora people vote. Why can't we? Because we're too chicanery, brother. We're too dishonest. We're too corrupt. You can't even create a little opportunity so that people can benefit. And it is centered around people and their integrity, your honesty. If you ever try that, Jeffrey, them papi done tomorrow morning with dishonesty. But big man thing, back to the Constitution, holistically speaking, I just realized that, yeah, we need a new Constitution. And there are parts, and I listen to Mark Golden's reasoning. And I am putting politics aside. I care zero about the politics of it. But the points that he brought up, if these are factual points that he brought up, then they need to be ironed out. They need to be ventilated. They need to be discussed. You understand? We can't keep doing this madness and expect a different result. No, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So we need to ventilate it. We need to. I know everybody have the opportunity to go to these town hall meetings, where them keep with them friends and cronies, But I am just saying that we need to be able to like have a discussion about this all the time. Open it up. Don't deny people and don't make excuse. If you announce a town call or a town hall meeting and you got a small turnout, do it again. Yeah, make people get to play a part. Go to the schools, the tertiary institutions. Go there. People need to go affect people and them picnic and not just for these political representatives. Yeah. Pick up yourself, Sir Jeffrey. We know other people gonna want to make a talk and give an input. All right, bless it.
Thank you very much for calling in. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right, for those who were calling in a while ago, can you call back, please? 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030. You can call back and we will take your call. Sorry about that. The people are talking. We can't just cut them off like that. You can call back 954-529-8030. That's the numbers to call in to the Make We Talk program. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good afternoon, Brother Jeffrey.
How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I was listening to the Joint Command. Yeah, I was listening to the Joint Command a while ago and just saying some of the things I agree with, some I don't agree with. Because if I live here and I decide to them say, okay, you are brought to vote. You're going to vote for some people, maybe the people it don't work well when you see them, Brother Jeffrey. Because when you see them, them just going for themselves, they're not going to deal with the people. They're not going to do nothing for the people, So sometimes we have to just, we can't just get up and say, vote for a party where we like. I'm telling Jamaicans, say, we have to.
Hold on a minute. Let me understand what you're trying to say. You said some of the things you agree with the man, but some of the things you don't agree with. And then, what you said a while ago about voting?
Yeah, I said, for me to over here now and voting, and when I vote now, I'm going to vote party-wise. And when you vote party-wise, that's not good. Sometimes you have to see. Then if I'm here and I don't know who I'm voting for, remember, I live here. And when I live here now and then, I don't know the candidate. I don't know none of the candidate. And then they say I can vote. I don't know the other person to compare them.
I do not know how overseas voting go. But what I know so far is this, that if you're gonna vote for somebody, you have to see their name on the voters list. It's for you before you go vote. So Google individual, if there's information individual, and find who the individual is, who the individual is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, brother Jeffrey. But what I'm saying, majority of the people, they're just going to vote. You know, brother Jeffrey, you know, majority of Jamaican ain't going to vote, just vote party-wise. Don't matter who running. Majority of them, as long as it's JLP or PMP, they're going to vote. They're party-wise. But if you don't know the candidate, maybe the candidate I'm going to vote for. Funny when he say, bye, thank you, see you 4 years' time. And I never know, so I just vote for a party because I don't go to Jamaica for how long. So that's why I don't to agree with the for person abroad to really vote. And the next thing, I think we should leave the king. I think we should leave from the king, because if other Caribbean country can fly, who don't swear to the king, can fly come to England without visa, and Jamaica, the king at the head of the state, head of Jamaica, and then we have to get visa, pay how much money for visa, and you go there, you don't almost get the visa, as you were telling the lady before, and you have to go back at your house. Remember, Jeffrey, you know, some people, poor people living in some era, Jeffrey, they have to sell their go to make up their money to buy the visa, get the visa. And when they go there, and they
hang up on him. I apologize. I don't know what happened. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Make Talk program.
Good afternoon, my brother Jeff. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. I'm just giving a quick call before I run through the door to let you know that you guys did an awesome job in New York. God bless all of you. I couldn't be there because it was my family graduating from college, so that's the reason why I didn't turn up, sir. But just keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We need it in a time like now, because we are the one who have to look out for ourselves, because no one really who's supposed to not doing it. In other words.
Yes.
So tell Mr. Rattigan, tell I will call Isaac my nephew. Just I send my love.
I will.
Yes. So I will call him differently to speak to you guys and something.
No problem.
Yes. All right. Take care. Keep it up.
Bye-bye.
Great job. Bye-bye.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Make Talk program.
Jeffrey, good afternoon. How are you?
I am here looking and living, sir.
Boy, Uncle Jim bring you up good.
Pardon me?
Anyway, Uncle Jim bring you up good, man.
Yeah, man. Jim bring me up good, man.
He bring you up good, man. Listen, this whole constitutional change. The Prime Minister have done it so many times. Got the state of emergency, which is unconstitutional. And he extended DPP a later time, which is also unconstitutional. This man have no respect for the Constitution. So what he's going to do, let me tell you what he's going to do. He have mother who fought when asked in a ordinary meeting, what is the role of the president? All she could respond was, that's a very good question. I will have to get back to you on it because I don't have the time to explain.
I remember that.
She don't know nothing, Jeffrey. She don't know nothing. She's a dunce, right? Everybody know that. A pretty dunce. Now, the whole thing will happen now. The Prime Minister going to bring it at this time, right at this time now, because in the 13 with the general election, and confuse the Jamaican people. They have no respect.
Based on what former Minister and King's Counsel Attorney at Law, King's Counsel Hugh Small is saying.
Hugh Small, yeah.
Right. What they should do now, since all of this is going on, is postpone this constitutional reform thing.
Yes.
And wait till after the election.
No, because he wants to win by confusion by using the same strategy with the COVID. When Jamaicans were confused and you know that knowing what the COVID thing and call election in the height of the confusion. That's what he's gonna do right now. He's gonna throw in the referendum with the general election. Mark my word.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. New York. I remember my that I tell you, he's gonna call the election with the referendum, and then people then refuse to vote on the referendum, and then he comes out with all his followers voting in the election, and then win the election and win the referendum too. That's what's going to happen. But my word, that's what's going to happen. Now, the whole idea of the diaspora voting, right? All you have to do when you left Jamaica, whatever constituency you was living in, that's what you're going to vote for. You're not going to just vote for any straight party, right? You're going to vote for the constituency that you last live in. That's what it's supposed to be. It's simple. Why Jamaicans have to make such things so technical?
No,
For example, in the US.
Hold on there for me. If you're from Williamsfield, Fort William.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Fort William has never turned to the Labour Party. It's always a PNP stronghold.
All right, right?
Yeah, Mass, Jim, and Eastern Westmoreland belongs
to PJ. Northeast Westmoreland. Yeah, Northeast, yes.
Northeast Westmoreland, rather, yes.
Yes.
And it's always PNP stronghold.
Right.
So if you leave Jamaica, your name is on that voter list down there.
Right.
It's either the PNP or the JLP you're going to vote for.
Right.
So it's either Jim Thompson or PJ Patterson.
Right.
PJ Patterson or let's say Russell Hammonds from the Labour Party.
All right. You're right.
Or what the other guy?
Doing Vaz.
Right. There you go, Vaz.
Yeah.
So you know, your name is on the list. It's for you to know if you're gonna vote for the PNP or the Labour Party.
Right, but you see, are they saying then that you cannot cast the voters in a consulate in whatever country you are,
yes,
or you have to go actually physically go back there and vote, right? Mm-hmm. It is going to be a confusion. And the only way the JP can win the election is creating a confusion. And I know their own internal poll is showing them that they can't win.
Yes.
Right? I was in Jamaica recently, right? A couple of weeks ago. And Labour rights themselves. They have people tell me point blank, this man, me ban Labour right. I mean, I vote Labour right. I mean, and I may tell you, because I can't be it. Right? And he cannot see why he should have voted it. How can you, for example, in Westmoreland, just like Ian said the other day, Tavares can supply part of Hanover and part of St. and the whole of Jamaica with water. You have 20 million gallons of water flow into the sea at waste. All you need to do is capture the water, build a reservoir, and pump the water and put chlorine in the water and pump the water. What is so hard about it? What is all about? Why is it that so much people take a question on the government of Jamaica, both PNP and JLP, who went to abroad and study in Canada, England, and America, and see how country run? And you go back to work with this government, and you come out with the same back-of-wall nonsense. You have bull stud alone, you pump only 8 million gallons of water. Then you take water in from waterworks, right? And you're saying, go. Yes. The reason why you have water problem is because you have so much informal housing schemes that came online. And formal housing schemes like Shrewsbury, for example, and Landilo, thousands of new houses come and see 2 inches, right? Yeah, and nothing happens. You don't plan ahead. You don't say you're the 2 inches and say, well, more people are born, more people are coming, right? Nothing. You have enough water in Jamaica, it's just that you have to put in the infrastructure to hold the water and capture the water. What people are benefiting? You have member of parliament who have tanks. So when you knock past the water, you now hear water because it's out of business. Between 40 and 45,000 a tank. Yes. One truck of water. I went to Negril. I drove to Negril.
Hold on, my friend. Give somebody else a call to call in, man.
All right.
Other people have been trying to call in, all right? Thanks much, man.
Yeah.
All right, thanks much. Yes, there were some people calling in and you didn't get a chance to call back. You can call back now. My friend from London who was calling, the phone got cut off. Call back now. We do apologize to you for that. What happened, I don't know, but the phone just cut off. 954-529-8030. That's the number to call in. We do apologize for those who were calling in and the phone got cut off. We do apologize about that. You didn't get a chance to call. 954-529-8030. Yes, we're speaking about constitutional reform. We're also speaking about the letter that was sent from the king to Wilfred Rattigan. You know, the king wrote back to Mr. Rattigan and said, thank you for your letter, but he can't do what Mr. Rattigan asked him to do. And it is about the unconstitutionality of the SOE, where the governor should keep on signing off on. But you know, we the Jamaican people to stand up, you know. We can't just depend on other people to stand up for us. You're facing everything that's going on down there. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up and stand up big time. (954-529-8030). Let's go back to some of the audio clipping from members of the Constitutional Reform Committee and other people who have been speaking out about what is going on and their views on the Constitution. Let's see if we can get some other people to talk. So hold on for me, please. Let's see what is going on here. We heard from Senator Golden Campbell. By the way, the Prime Minister is saying that he's asking schools and the National Security Ministry, Education Ministry, to look into how they can secure schools much better. That is what he's speaking about. Let's go back to what Miss Golden is saying about Government Senator Shireen Golden Campbell, believe opposition leader Mark Golden is holding on by not allowing the people to sign. That is his two members to sign off on the constitution reform. This is what she said.
The position taken by the president of the PNP is doing an injustice to the process for the reasons I've mentioned. But let us say the shoe is on the other foot. How is he going to get agreement on these things if he were ever to form government? If he has taken the position he has taken now, it's as if he's driving us into a permanent stalemate on constitutional reform. So maybe it is that there needs to be a cooling off. But it's not so much about the period. It's really about the decision that the holder of the opposition office is taking. That is inimical to the process, killing the process.
Killing the process. Hold on for me, please. Hold on, please. Hold on. Wow. That's Senator Golden Campbell is speaking there. Let's go on some more and see if we can get some. And this is what Public Committee Library. Public Commentator Library Smith say the constitutional reform CC should be disclosed. Hold on for me. Next call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Very good job you're doing.
Thank you. You calling from Washington?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
conservation. All of this that Andrew and the JP are doing right now with this constitutional reform, I think they're deflecting from all the other issues. They're using it to deflect. If you get what I'm saying. I think that's what the main thing that they're bringing it so hard right now is to deflect from the illicit seats, all the things that are going on. They're using it to kind of push everything in the back.
Let me answer this question, though, caller.
Yes.
As we're talking about the Constitution, and you're saying that they're using this to deflect from the major issues and so forth. But let me answer this question, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you believe in a ceremonial president or elected president?
Elected. Should be elected.
Do you believe in a ceremonial Senate or elected Senate?
Elected as well. Or should be elected. Too much cronyism and all can be going into this ceremonial.
And I tell you something, you know, based on what I'm hearing, it seems as if, and I'm yet to get clarification on this. And I would love to get the minister herself on this program to explain to the people if this is so. Are they planning to take out the Charter of Fundamental Rights from the Constitution?
That's a good one.
Because you're hearing some things around. It is alleged that they're planning to do that. We're not sure. And
it needs to be brought to the people before anything is signed off or anything. A referendum is needed. Everybody should be aware of what's in it. I don't know it's top secret, and it's for the people, it's for our future, it's for our kids.
Indeed.
And all. So yeah, I don't understand why is it so hidden away and nobody can see actually what's in it. These people are very smart.
I heard opposition leader Mark Golding saying that this is his opinion, that dual citizens should sit in the parliament. Do you believe in that?
Yes, of course. Once you're born Jamaican, you should be able to, of course.
Because
once you're born Jamaican, you should be.
Right now, under our present constitution, a Canadian can come and sit in the Jamaican parliament because Canada is a part of the Commonwealth and Jamaica is a part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
So a Commonwealth citizen from either Canada, India, or wherever can come and sit in the Jamaican parliament. If they're there for what, a year, I think, or 6 months, I don't remember. You can you can run for election, run for to become a member of parliament or a councillor, and if you won, you can sit in the parliament of Jamaica.
Yeah.
That is under our present constitution now. Now the question must be asked: if and when Jamaica become a republic, are they gonna say bye-bye to the Commonwealth of Nations, or are they gonna still remain a Commonwealth of Nations?
All those questions need to be answered.
There you go.
All those need to be put out front.
Do you believe that Jamaica should stay with the Britain when it comes down to the final court, or should they go to the Caribbean Court of Justice?
Should go to the Caribbean Court. Which simple Jamaican can afford to go to England and get lawyers to go to England? Who can afford to get a visa to go to England? That's just not for small people. That's only for people of prominence, of wealth. The average person can't afford to do that. So that doesn't make no sense. That doesn't suit the majority of people, 99%. That doesn't suit. That only suit what? Look at Bob Scardell. If Bob Scardell didn't have a lot of money, he couldn't have reached nowhere with the Privy Council. He couldn't afford it. So that's the simple. 99% of the people can't afford that. So it simply means they are disenfranchised in doing it, sending it there because nobody can afford to get lawyers to go to England and go to England to get all of that done.
Yes.
So there's no justice for the small man as usual.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, caller. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you very much. No, just the major thing that I was saying, I see this as a distraction from a lot of things that are going on wrong. They're pushing this to kind of push everything in under the carpet a bit to get this traction on this and to push it up. That's my main thing I'm seeing.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you very much. Good work. Good work. Thank you. Good work.
I hope you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel too.
Always, I will. Always do. I listen to all your programs, Rattigan and Saturday, hours and hours, everybody. I listen. You guys are doing such a fabulous work. We really, the internet age right now is really putting things, they can't control the narrative, they can't control the news. And that's scaring them. That's scaring the powers that be.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. If they could control the internet, I know, I say this to my friends all the while. If they know that the internet would be what it is, before they would have stopped it in infancy because they can't control the internet, they can't control what people say, they can't control what we learn. And you guys have taught us a lot. I've listened to you guys and learned a lot that I didn't know before. So thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make With Our program. Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm from.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How can I assist you? Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm calling from Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, I listen to your program every day now.
Thank you, man. Where Kingston you calling from?
I like the in the Church there.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, man. You might see the name come up. This is El Dog, man.
El Dog. What you call yourself, sir?
Yeah, man. That is just a code name, man.
So what's
I in Jamaica. Yeah, just basically, what I'm really tracking now is this Prime Minister. This Prime Minister everybody in Jamaica for a dance. Understand? Because this Prime Minister is taking us for a dance. Right? Because the whole constitutional reform, he's just using it as a tool now. That all this rush is going on. He's just going on with this rush just to escape something. There are a lot of questions in Jamaica to ask. And they are not in the position now to change the constitution or do anything. They don't have nothing behind them to do anything like that. They need a different set of people to change the constitution and do everything. Some of these people are questionable characters and they need to go to jail a little bit from this. You understand? There are a lot of people ahead of them. Every move them make, there are a lot of people ahead of them. So I don't think this is not gonna work out with the Prime Minister.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you believe in a ceremonial president or elected president of the people or by the people?
Elected president by the people.
Yes, yes. And have they come around with a town hall thing for you all to go and talk to them and listen to what they're saying?
No town hall meeting, nothing. And let me tell you something, sir. I'm calling. I didn't go to any high school, didn't go to any college. I'm just a simple person. There are a lot of persons in Jamaica who don't listen to any programs like this. They don't learn nothing at all. They don't read the newspaper. They don't read nothing. They don't listen nothing. A lot of persons. That is why you find 29% of the population really take part in the electoral process. Understand? What's happening right now, they need to come around to the people more. Even the children, there are young children in school who we shouldn't really expect them to have an understanding. They are having understanding of things even more than the adults right now. Yeah. Check out this 8-year-old that was on Mr. Stevens, Andrew Stevens' program recently. This little 8-year-old girl. Okay. So the people, they are not checking out things, so you have to bring it to them. I've town hall meetings, and when COVID we could lock down the country, we could get everybody attention, and we could get everybody attention. Get everybody attention.
You know something, sir?
Yeah, get everybody.
You know something, sir? I keep on saying this, They need to educate the Jamaican people about the Constitution. They also need to educate the Jamaican people about NIDS or NIDS or TICS, whatever you want to call it. They need to educate the people. Yes, NIDS, because the people don't understand what is going on, If Jamaicans do not know what the councillors that do for them, do you think they're going to understand what the Constitution is going to do for them?
Once you do NIDS, you are totally captured. If you take part in NIDS, you are totally captured. There's nothing secretive about you again. There's nothing secret. Your life is public. NIDS is about public.
But sir, if you should come to the United States to live, and you get a green card, it's the same thing, The green card have a
yes, but the United States is different. The United States is different from Jamaica. The United States is different from Jamaica.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
The United States try to secure themselves and their people. Right. A lot of us here abuse our people. We use things to abuse our people. The United States used to other things like those to secure their people. We abuse because we are very covetous, bad mind and everything down here. You understand? That is what is going on.
All right, my friend. Thanks for
I'm really happy for the person that came out the other day that went out on the demonstration in here.
Yeah, give thanks for everyone. And I want them to do it in London, Canada, everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everywhere. Every Jamaican level walk of life must come out and to this and come on here because things not straight out here. Things not straight out here. And some people they're not calling their family in overseas and tell them, oh, you know, things not straight in Jamaica because they take part in nothing at all. You in the time when you call your family to seek $100 or £100, you call your family and tell them the real operation of Jamaica. Jamaica is not proper right now. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. So keep on doing good work that you're doing. Yes.
Thank you so much for calling in and tell everybody about the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares program and also Reason Rattigan, all right?
Yes, man. We ain't learn some and all of them, man. Yes. And what is the young lady? What is the young lady on the program name sometime?
Oh, Marie?
Maria?
Maria, yes, Marie.
Yes, man. I enjoy you all, man.
Thank you.
All right, respect, sir.
Respect you, man. Thanks much. It's good when you can get a call out of Jamaica like this, you know. When one of your fellow Jamaicans can call in and talk to you. We're gonna have a next call coming in. Is there a next call coming in? Okay, there was somebody calling in a while ago. You can call back if you want. Wow. You know, it's good when you can get a person calling and say, look here, there's things not right in Jamaica. Things not good. 954-529-8030 is also a WhatsApp number. It is also a WhatsApp number. 954-529-8030. I have 4 missed calls on my phone. My friend from London who was calling in a while, who was calling earlier and he got disconnected. Call back because I don't know what happened. He just got disconnected. You can call back if you want. 954-529-8030. We're gonna listen to some more clippings from the people who are talking about our constitution. Oh, let us call coming. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
So Jeffrey, sir, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you doing?
I enjoyed the talk you have with Mr. Hot Topic. It was I well enjoyed it.
Yes, I'm trying to get somebody to come on to speak to us some more about the Constitution, and then I can
Yes.
Hot Topic over.
Yes, well, a travel series. The only way the Prime Minister knew that he should just break away completely from Britain. Break away completely.
Yes, but darling, hold on for me, ma'am. Break away completely from Britain is one. But the Jamaican people must know why they're breaking away from Britain. The Jamaican people must know about their constitution.
Yeah, but listen now.
You know.
Yes, but listen, sir. I've got a case. Say I've got a case in Jamaica. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a case. I don't want to. But to go to the Privy Council in London, you got to have real money. You got to sell your go out your house and everything.
Yes, darling. That is one of the issues. There's more issue in the whole constitutional reform. You know, breaking away from Britain is all good and dandy, but we, the people, must know what our constitution stands for.
That's true. All right. But the next thing, if say he finally go and break away from Britain without using the CCJ, he's gonna put his wife there as a PM. That's his trick to put her.
No. He can't just appoint his wife as prime minister. It cannot happen.
So who can do it then?
No one can appoint a prime minister. You have to have an election. That's what I'm saying to you. We have to have a constitution that the people of Jamaica must vote for their leader. And that is what is in the process now. That we're having constitutional reform. What we must say to them, that they need to have more dialogue with the people about constitutional reform.
Yes, I was listening to Bruce. The other Bruce Golden. And I was listening to what he was saying earlier on. And he agreed that we should completely break away.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Anyway, thank you. I do listen to your program every day, and I'm wishing you continue with more success as you go along. Yes, get someone to explain for us, because I am in Barbados, and we are not with the British anymore, and everything is going okay for us. I have a case in Barbados. I can get a lawyer to take it to the CCJ. You know, I don't have to pay that big money.
Yes.
It's there for us, you know. And I think as Black people, we need our own court of justice, because 15 years ago or so, the lords in London said they are fed up of the West Indies. There is about time they have their own CCJ, or 20 years ago, that we should have our own court of appeal. And that's the Lord of London said. They said that they have hundreds and thousands of cases to deal with. That's why our case put back all the time. We should have our own. We are an independent person. We shouldn't be dependent on the British Court of Appeal to find a case.
Okay.
We should have our own. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for calling in. Let me explain something here. The Prime Minister can't appoint his wife as Prime Minister. Even within the Labour Party, there's a constitution within the Labour Party. There's a constitution within the People's National Party. And I think come September of this year, they're going to have conference with the two political parties. I don't know when they have elections for president for the party. But the delegates of the party have to vote for the president of the Jamaica Labour Party or the People's National Party. Delegates of the People's National Party have to vote for their president. Delegates of the Jamaica Labour Party have to vote for their president. And when that happened, it has been long known for a fact the Jamaican people has never voted for their prime minister in the history of this country. It has never happened. The Prime Minister of Jamaica now, his constituency, I think is Western St. Andrew, I don't remember. Those are the people who voted for him to become MP. His party has majority of the vote. His MPs select him to be the Prime Minister and advise the Prime Minister that they want him to become Prime Minister. The party can say to the Governor General, you know, that we want Pernell Charles Jr. to become Prime Minister. That can happen too. One moment for me, please. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make We Talk program.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Yes.
But I tell you something. Not really point nothing about me have the point itself. The Labour Party have something hard, so that's a rush.
Hold on. I'm not hearing it clearly. Is your mouth at the speaker of the phone? I'm not hearing it clearly at all.
That's going on there. I'm saying the Labour Party, they have something hiding, so they're in a rush. To hide up them court, because them have so much from the Prime Minister and the wife come right down to the bottom. Them all have something to hide, man. So the time I run upon them, so that's to rush them into.
Yes.
So that's all my 2 cents to say, man.
All right, my friend. Thanks much.
Yeah.
Yes. I was saying that yes, and that's the only way that is the only Andrew has become Prime Minister. The people of Jamaica did not vote for no Prime Minister in this country. The people of Jamaica did not vote for Michael Manley to become Prime Minister, or Edward Seaga, or PJ Patterson, or Portia Simpson Miller, or Bruce Golding, or Hugh Larson, Shearer, or Donald Sangster. They did not. So that is why we are saying now that they need to formulate a constitution where the people of Jamaica can vote for their leaders. It cannot be that we're going to go back to the old monarch issue and we're running from the monarch. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And that is why we're saying to the Constitution Reform Committee, Minister, you need to educate the people some more, Minister. Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs, you need to educate the people some more about the Constitution. The majority of Jamaicans don't understand the Constitution, much as Constitution reform. They do not. It makes no sense for you all to be rushing the Constitution reform when our people don't understand one thing about it. What sense does that make? It is your duty, Minister. It is your sole duty to educate the Jamaican people some more about this Constitution reform. It is your sole duty, Minister. And you can't have 3 or 4 town hall meetings and say you educate the people. Not sir. I personally think you all need to take a year or 2. Take a year or 2 to speak about constitutional reform in this country. Take a year or 2. A lot of Jamaicans didn't know that they could write to the king until Wilfred Rattigan did it. A lot of Jamaicans didn't know that they could sue a minister of government until Wilfred Rattigan do it. Because what? We do not know our constitution. Majority of Jamaicans have never ever seen a copy of the Jamaican constitution. So how on earth can you people be jumping about constitutional reform when our people don't understand one thing about it? You can't continue pushing down the people, pushing down things in people's throat, you know. You people cannot continue pushing down the things on the people's throat. And that is why we're asking and we're saying this. We need to have more dialogue, more town hall meetings about constitutional reform in this country. That's what we need to do. You all can't talking about constitutional reform when Jamaicans don't understand one thing about constitution. They've never seen it. Some of them can't even spell the word constitution. No disrespect. It's the truth. So I'm asking the powers maybe. Come on. Give some more education about constitution reform in this country. Educate our people some more about it. And we, the people, must stand up and say, look here, we don't want certain things anymore. Educate the people that when there's a referendum, that they should vote on certain things, they understand it. But they can't go out there and vote on a referendum and they know what they're talking about, they know what they're voting about. Come on. Minister, my program is welcome to you, Minister. Minister Marlene Malaluport, this program is welcome for you to come on here, ma'am, and talk about constitutional reform. Nothing else. Just the constitutional reform I want to talk to you about. Come on and explain to the people. How many town hall meetings have you had? What is the plan for you all? Are you going to give us a ceremonial president? Or are you going to give us a president where we vote for the president or we vote for the prime minister himself? Are you going to give us a ceremonial Senate, or are the people going to vote for the Senate? Those are the things that we need answers from you for, Minister. Come on. Some of the things that you people are talking and the questions that we're asking have not been answered. So for you all to be telling us that you're going to push things down our throat, or you're going to have constitutional reform and people must sign off on this and sign off on that. Come on, man. Educate us some more about constitutional reform. And I'm inviting the minister. I'm going to reach out to her office to ask if they can come on this program. We need to hear from you, Minister, or some member of the Constitutional Committee. Dr. Nadine Spence, Mr. Hugh Small, and others. Senator Donna Scott Motley. Mr. Anthony Hilton, we need to hear from you. Please, because we need some answers pertaining to certain things. Is that in the Constitution? Is that in the new draft that you have elected president or you have ceremonial president? We have to ask those questions. We have to get answers to those questions. Ladies and gentlemen, people, we're going to say so long from here for today. Tonight, we're going to have some more people coming on to talk about Constitution. We're going to have some more people coming on to talk about Constitution. I'm going to see if I can get a young lady, a vibrant young lady who loves to speak, who speaks her mind, to come on to speak to us about the Constitution, what she understands about the Constitution. So, join me this evening. Thank you all very much for coming on. May God bless you. But before you, hold on for me. So, hello, caller. Welcome to the Mekwita program.
Hello.
Thank you all very much for coming on. Can you turn off the TV background, please?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just calling from England.
Yes, sir. So, hello, welcome to the Mekwita.
I can't. I'm picking you up now, but I don't know which.
Hello.
Okay. I'm just calling from England. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm listening. I'm listening to. It's very, very hard.
Can you turn off your TV, sir, or your device in the background, please?
Sorry. I'm on. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Well, I'm calling from England, and I'm listening to the conversation with that lady about the reform. And I listened to Mark Golding a couple of days ago. I'm a concerned Jamaican, and we only getting bits and pieces. We're not getting anything from the government out there. So how can we trust them in that respect? There's I think it was 4 questions that Mark Golding put up for to discuss in. He said he wasn't pleased about them, and he asked about them, and no one go back to him and say anything. So if the minister that is in charge of the Constitution could come and explain to us as diasporas, then we can know what to do and where to go with our thinking.
I'm going to reach out to them, sir. I don't know if they'll come on my program because I know the Labour Party members of Parliament, they don't like me personally. I can tell you that much. They believe that I'm a rebel.
No, I don't.
So I'm going to reach out to her.
Okay.
And hopefully she can come on and speak to us about the Constitution.
Yes.
All right.
As I'd like to say, I'm a Jamaican, born in the hills of St. Andrew.
Yeah.
Right? Not educated. I came here and I went back to Jamaica and worked there for a couple of years, and I had to leave because of the attitude. So I'm living back in England now. I would love to return to Jamaica, but I cannot see no way possible for me to go there.
Let me ask you a question,
Because,
sir.
yes, sir.
Do you know who is your diaspora rep in London?
No, sir.
Have you heard about the Jamaican diaspora in London?
No, sir.
Do you know where the Jamaican consulate in London is?
It's somewhere up in London.
Okay.
It's all up in London.
The next time you go into London, you see, do
Yes.
me a favor. Go over to the Jamaican embassy in London, you hear? And ask them who is the diaspora rep for your area. Because you've never heard about them.
Never.
So how they can say one person representing the diaspora in London when half of London Jamaicans didn't hear who Jeffrey behave himself?
No. I can't even say that I'll go to the consulate over here because they are so not existing to me. So it's really bad over here for me.
So,
and
now I'm fasting in the business, sir. When you say it's so bad for you, what do you mean?
You can't even phone there.
So you're saying to me that you cannot phone the Jamaican embassy in London?
No, you can't get through.
So it's ring no answer.
Yeah.
Amazing grace.
Sweet
the sound.
Yes, as I said, I love Jamaica, and my children want to go back to Jamaica. A lot of them want to go to Jamaica to live. And the thing, I'll be happy to go to Jamaica. I'm a pension. I left Jamaica when I was Rattigan age. I never knew independent of Jamaica. But I went back in 73 and I worked there for 6 years. So I paid my taxes there. I paid my National Housing Trust there, but I've never get back anything. I never go back.
You pay housing trust in Jamaica?
Yes, I did.
You need to find out if I still have money there now.
I don't think I'll bother with that process.
No, man. Find out. Because if you don't want, you can get this money in your family.
That's I've got to find my NIS number because that's one I think.
Yes. Make one of your daughters or your son help you with it. And if you don't want that, to put your pants here, Penny, sir. Give it to somebody else.
I will think about that because I got connection in Jamaica still, so I can do that.
All right, so thank you for calling in.
Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing. And Mr. Rattigan is number one.
Yes,
He's good,
all right, man.
And I appreciate everything he's doing. And the other young man there,
Hi, sir.
Oh gosh, no, the one that worked with, the elder one.
Who, Herb Nelson?
Herb Nelson.
Yes.
I appreciate him. He's very good.
Right.
Thanks for informing us and keep us going. I've been watching you for a long time. Okay, God bless you and make you on doing the good work.
Yeah, man. God bless you too, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Mekota program.
All right. Good afternoon, Jeffrey.
Hello.
I'm calling from London.
From London, England. How are you doing?
All right. Good afternoon, Jeffrey.
Turn off. Hold on for me now. Turn off your TV
Yeah.
you have in the background. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just listening to that gentleman that called regarding when you asked him the question that who is diaspora rep in England, and what he said is not correct. I can tell you, I live in South London. This gentleman, I don't know, but it doesn't sound like he lives in London. I live in London. I live in, call it Brixton area, Streatham, and the consulate is in Kensington. There is one bus from Brixton take you straight there. So I know about the consulate. I know it very good. I even meet King Charles there. The last Commonwealth.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on a minute for me.
Mhm.
I asked the gentleman if he know who is the diaspora
Yes.
for his area. He said,
And he says no. Right.
okay. So hold on there. Hold on.
So,
Hold on for me, ma'am.
yeah.
Please hold on.
Mhm.
For you to come and say that's a lie, that's not true. Yeah, we mustn't do that because he does not know who the person is. He does not know who the person is. Do you?
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, when he says, I was gonna explain to you, but because I was on the Mattelli was on an alternative. What I'm saying, when you said to when you ask him that and he said no, he doesn't know. Then you ask when he said to you that when you call down there you can't get there. That's a lie. Because I use them even since 2 weeks ago. I use them to naturalize my son, British son, who want to. Yeah.
If him call and him not get through, you can't say that's a lie.
No, what he said, you can't get through. That's what he said.
So he has been.
You don't gonna just make one. Yeah, but Jeffrey, what I'm saying. You don't just make one phone call and you get them. Remember them I deal with a lot of people, you know. You may have to call them and ring them back. But to what I get from what he was saying, like, it not make no sense even but I call down at the High Commission because you not get nobody. That is not true. We have to say a spade is a spade. That is not true because me use them up to 2 weeks ago. And you have to just wait till them pick up the phone, if it makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I agree with you. Let me ask you.
And then,
Go ahead.
yeah, because as you speak on Tuesday, I'm just gonna jump on the 345 bus from Brixton and go straight there because I'm a part of this whole diaspora thing and I want to know who is my rep. So I'm gonna go down there. So when I go there, either Monday or Tuesday, I will call you back and I will tell you exactly what they said.
Please do.
Because it's not far from me.
Right. And when they go down there, see, ask them
Yes.
how much vote the rep get.
How much vote? Let me write it down. How much vote does the representative
Wilfred Tavares.
Yeah, so yeah, so it's very close to me. So me I go down there Tuesday.
All right, and when you go down there,
Come on, know who come up for the meeting when it come to London.
Right. But the rep, the rep not have nothing to do with the demonstration coming to London, you know.
Yeah. Me know that now have nothing to do. Okay. So me want get more into this thing where I go on over on my side. Just like I'm listening to Rattigan all the time, and me know what go on over Florida and what go on DC and all of that. Me not really know nothing where I go on in a London. Like I don't know.
What I want you to do this, see, when you go to
yes.
the Jamaica Council, the Jamaican Embassy in London or wherever they want to call it.
When you go
there, you see, and you ask who is the diaspora rep for this area.
Represent, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they tell you, say to them, say, as a Jamaican diaspora citizen, I want to know how much vote did that rep get because you never vote for him.
Yeah.
Ask them that.
Okay.
And when they tell you,
how much?
Whatever they tell you, you come back and tell me here.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll get back to you on Tuesday, yeah?
No problem, my darling.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. Why Jeffrey must behave yourself, you know? Behave yourself. What is? Hold on there. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. News just coming in. A 4.0 magnitude earthquake shook California. Read it. The Bible carrying it. I said, in the last days will be rumors of wars, earthquake in diverse places. Four 5298030. We can take about 2 more calls, then we're gonna shut off because we have a program to do anytime soon. We're gonna have some people come on and speak to us some more about the Jamaican diaspora. I need to get in contact with my good friend from Hot Topic. I need to call him now to see if he can be a part of this discussion too. Ladies and gentlemen, people, thank you all for coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to play something before we go.
Break the silence. Break the silence. End the violence. In Jamaica's heart, where dreams should soar, we're faced with violence knocking at our door. Break the silence. Break the silence. End the violence. In Jamaica's heart, where dreams should soar, we're faced with violence knocking at our door. Youth, both perpetrator and victim, caught in its snare, a cycle of despair, a burden hard to bear. But in their hearts, a spark ignites. They're not just victims, they're guiding lights. We call on our institutions, a unified stand, to break this cycle hand in hand. JLP and PMP, let's set aside the fray, a bipartisan approach to light our way. Mental health, a crucial part of restoration and healing, and giving our young people a brand new start. Let's invest in our youth, their potential untold, provide them with pathways to break the mold, education, opportunities, a chance to thrive, to rebuild Jamaica, a hope we can revive. Together, we'll arise with youth at the fore for a safer, brighter Jamaica forevermore. Break the silence, end the violence.
Thank you very much, my good friend, one of Jamaica's future leader, is asking to break the silence against crime and violence in our country. This is where we're going to say so long from here. Can you join us again? Have a great evening, everyone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. And may God bless Jamaica land we love. Do something for someone, no matter what it is. Someone is down, cheer them up. Have a great day, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.
Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk.